Hello everybody, Lord Almighty here. Today is Saturday, May 20th, 2023, and we're supposed to have rain moving through pretty much all day today. And that means that we're going to get some rainwater coming out of drain pipes. So I'm going to see if I can run my drain pipe pattern. Honestly, water level's not as high as I would like, and the flow is not as steady as I would like, but maybe as the day goes on and we get more rain, those flows will pick up and the bite will really turn on. But I'm gonna go ahead and start now and see if there aren't any early capitalizers on this pattern. So let's get to it. There we go. Well, there was at least one. Not very big, but it is definitely a fish. He went after that jig. Oh. Okay. Still might be a bit early to tell if this pattern is working right now, because even on dry days, there's usually one or two sitting around this pipe. So if I catch more than that, then that'll be an indicator that this pattern is on. We'll just have to keep fishing. Okay, well, the jig only turned up the one bite, so I'm gonna try this spot with the Wacky Rig Senko, and we'll see if I can get any bites on that. If I don't, then I'm probably gonna move on from this spot and this pattern in general, because if the pattern is on, then these fish are gonna be here. I will catch multiple fish off of this pipe. I've done it before. So if I don't get any more bites, then this pattern's not quite ready yet, because we haven't gotten a ton of rain yet today. There we go. Oh, that was a bass. He got off. He wasn't big. All right, so maybe this, I'm in the maybe stage as to whether or not I should run this pattern right now. But I don't know. I just don't think there's enough water moving, and I don't think the levels are high enough. It's a tough call because I'm getting bites. They're not as frequent as they normally are when this pattern is really on, but I don't know. I'll give it a little bit longer. We'll see what happens. Well guys, no more hits, so I'm gonna call it and say that this pattern is not yet ready. We just haven't had enough rain yet. Fortunately, there was another pattern that I wanted to run today on a different pond, so I think I'll shift focus over to that one. I may come back to this spot later today if we get significantly more rain, but as of now, I just don't see it happening, especially with the rain letting up at the moment. So sit tight and I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right, here we are at the next pond and the next pattern. This one is not dependent upon precipitation. I haven't figured out if it's a spawning pattern or a post-spawn pattern, but regardless, it seems like every mid to late May, you get a bunch of fish that come up on this flat that runs all the way down this bank, and you can just pick them off, fan casting around, and I've done pretty well here in the past. So I'm gonna toss around the Wacky Rig Senko and see if that pattern's working today. If it isn't, I don't really have a plan C, so I hope it does work. There we go. Ooh, he spit it. But that was a fish, and that means that this pattern might be working. Well, guys, starting to get a little bit worried here. This is another pattern that if it's on, you'll know pretty quickly, and you'll be getting bites at a pretty good rate. I would say at least once every 15 minutes. But I've been at this for almost an hour, and I only had that one bite. This could be another fizzled pattern. I don't know. I'll keep at it for a little bit longer, because like I said, I don't really have any other strategies for today. So I'll give this every chance to succeed, and if it doesn't, well, I'll just have to go fishing and figure something out on the fly. All right, well, I got the hint. That pattern just was not working, so I decided to deep six it, and I'm starting from scratch here. While I was fishing this pond, I did notice that there was some surface activity, and given the low light conditions, I'm thinking it might be topwater time. So I tied on the old whopper plopper, and I'm gonna see if this doesn't get me anything. I have had days where they will not touch a finesse bait, but they will crash a topwater. So hopefully this is one of those days. Well, guys, I tried with the topwater, no dice. But I was thinking, there is actually another pattern that I like to run this time of year. But that would require a spot change. So sit tight, and I will see you in a couple of seconds. All right, everybody, so here we are at pond number 3 for pattern number 3, which is running black and blue chatterbaits and sometimes black and blue jigs along rock walls. And I have had by far the most success with that pattern at this pond. So I'm hoping history repeats itself and I can get more than the 1 or 2 stray bites I've been getting so far. There we go. This feels like a good fish. This feels like a really good fish. Big head shakes. Jeez, almost feels like a catfish. It totally is a catfish. Look at that. I thought I might have had big mama bass, but nope. Big old catfish. Well, you know what? After the day I've had, I'll take it. I will take a catfish. Nice sized catfish, at least. Man, what a hard hit that was. Where's the hook? There we go. How about that? Big old channel cat. That's probably like a 3 or 4 pound channel cat. Well, all right. Something's biting. Get back in there, slimy son of a gun. Wow, look at all the water pouring out of there. I might be able to run my drain pipe pattern at this pond. Would be an interesting wrinkle. I don't think I've ever run the drain pipe pattern here before. I know there are several pipes. Maybe I can mix and match between the rock walls and the pipes. There we go. There's a bass. Oh, And off he goes, and back he goes. All right. Well, interestingly, there is a drain pipe right there that's discharging. So I don't know if he was relating to that or if he was just along the rock wall. But maybe there's a drain pipe bite here, and if there is, I will definitely try to take advantage of it. But I'll keep hucking around the chatterbait for at least a little while longer. Alright, well, so far, the only 2 hits I've gotten here have been next to drain pipes. Granted, one of them was catfish, but catfish are predators too, so it would make sense that they're doing the same thing that the bass are doing. So I think I am just going to do a drain pipe pattern right here. I'll just make a milk run of all the drains that I can find, including the one that's right in front of me, which you probably can't see, but trust me, it's there. There we go. Yep. There's a pipe coming in right here, and this one was on it. Come on, buddy boy. There we go. All right. That's a decent fish. 2+ pounds anyway. Nice. Well, this rain has turned into a mist, which is blowing right onto the camera lens, so I apologize if the footage looks a little fuzzy. Not much I can do about it. The weather will do what it wants. And of course, as soon as I find a decent drain pipe bite, the rain all but stops and the flows all die down. Well, I hope there's at least one more spurt of rain before I gotta call it quits. I'd like to get at least 1 or 2 more bites, or more. Really as many as possible, but I'll settle for 1 or 2. There we go. There was a pipe over there, right there, and this one was on it. I don't know if it mattered. I mean, the water flow is pretty much gone from these pipes at this point. But hey, a catch is a catch. I'll take it. Well guys, I checked the radar and there will be no more rain today, at least not here. So I think I am going to call it a day. Really, really tough day. As a matter of fact, I feel like today kind of sucked. I know I got a few bites, and catching that big catfish was a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but today never really got going. I mean, I had 3 solid patterns that I tried to run, patterns that 9 times out of 10 work this time of year, and nothing really panned out. I would start a pattern, I'd get 1 or 2 bites right away, and then nothing. And then once I found out that the drain bite was going hot and heavy, it stopped raining and there were no more drains. So it was just a struggle all around to piece together any kind of a catch. I'm kind of glad I caught anything at all. This feels like the kind of day where I could have very easily caught absolutely nothing. But thankfully I avoided the skunk and turned a cloudy, rainy New Jersey day into something at least a little worthwhile. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next adventure.